Sometimes in life, the greatest rewards are hidden behind the obstacles we try to avoid. Today, I want to share a story simple, ancient, yet full of timeless wisdom. A story that reminds us that every challenge holds a quiet invitation. An invitation to grow, to rise, and to take action when others won't. The Boulder and the Peasant. In a kingdom nestled between rolling green hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a wise, if somewhat mischievous king. One bright morning, he had his strongest men roll a giant mossy boulder right into the middle of the main roadway. Then, with a twinkle in his eye, he slipped behind a cluster of berry bushes to watch. He was curious, you see, who would be the one to move the obstacle. First to arrive were the kingdom's wealthiest merchants, their carts laden with silks and spices. They grumbled and groaned, steering their fine horses around the cumbersome rock. The king should really maintain his roads better. One sniffed to another before continuing on his way. Next came the royal courtiers in their polished carriages, who simply glanced at the boulder with disdain and ordered their drivers to find another route, complaining loudly about the inconvenience. For days, people came and went, a parade of townsfolk simply stepping around the problem, many of them blaming the king, but not a single one lifting a finger to help. Then one afternoon, a young peasant named Leo came along the road, his arms laden with a basket overflowing with fresh vegetables from his garden. He was humming a cheerful tune until he saw the giant boulder blocking his path. He sighed, but didn't complain. Instead, he carefully set down his basket of carrots and cabbages, rolled up his sleeves, and leaned against the stone with all his might. He pushed, he strained, his face turning red with effort. It was a struggle, a true test of will, but inch by inch, the great boulder began to move. With one final, mighty shove, he sent it rolling into the ditch at the side of the road. Wiping sweat from his brow, Leo turned back to retrieve his vegetables. But there, in the very spot where the boulder had sat, was a small, leather purse. He picked it up and found it heavy with gleaming gold coins. Tucked inside was a note written in the king's own hand. It read, "For the hands that cleared the path." Leo smiled, his heart as full as the purse in his hand. He had not only cleared the way for others, but had also found a reward he never expected, proving that the greatest treasures are often found on the other side of our hardest struggles. Never forget that every obstacle presents an opportunity to improve one's condition. Every day, life places boulders in our path. A difficult task, a hard conversation, a goal we keep pushing aside, a habit we know we need to break. Some people complain, some wait for someone else to solve the problem, some simply avoid the obstacle altogether and wonder why nothing changes. But those who pause, those who take initiative, those who push even when the boulder doesn't move at first, they discover what others never see. Hidden rewards. Sometimes it's success, sometimes it's confidence, sometimes it's wisdom or a new opportunity, and sometimes it's simply the quiet pride of knowing you did the right thing. You see, action builds character, effort builds resilience, and discipline opens doors that complaining will never unlock. The peasant didn't know gold waited for him. He acted because he believed in responsibility, because he cared about making the path better, not just easier. Imagine what could happen in your life if you treated obstacles the same way. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" Instead of waiting for motivation, take one small action, even if it feels insignificant. Instead of avoiding discomfort, lean into it. That's where growth lives. Your hidden rewards aren't always obvious, but they are there quietly waiting on the other side of your effort. So the next time you face a boulder on your path, don't walk around it, push it, because those who take action are the ones who discover treasures others never find. If this story resonated with you, let it be your reminder today. Take action. Even small steps matter. Your future self is waiting on the other side of your courage. Thank you for listening. Stay mindful, stay intentional, and keep moving your boulders.